are recording. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. This is a very exciting today as we do our virtual ribbon cutting for the Roanoke Financial Empowerment Center. And I am joined with some awesome people here on the screen with us. And I also have in the room with me, I have our city manager, Bob Cowell. I've got Brandon McGinley. He is with the Office of Economic Development, and Aisha Johnson, who's also with the Office of Economic Development. I have with us on the screen here, Mayor Lee, Shirley Holland with Carillion Clinic, Jonathan Mintz with the CFE Fund, and Tim Cereby with Freedom First. So we're going to go ahead and get this virtual ribbon cutting started, and we're going to start that off with Mayor Lee. Mayor, the floor is all yours.
Good morning and good afternoon to everybody. And for those in attendance who I've not yet met, I'm the mayor of the city of Roanoke, and this is a great day for us. I'd like to welcome you today as we celebrate the launch of the Roanoke Financial Empowerment Center, or FEC, as some may call it. But we're so thankful and honored to have you join us today. We're excited to be here today to announce that residents can now access Roanoke's newest public service, the Roanoke Financial Empowerment Center. The Roanoke Financial Empowerment Center offers professional one-on-one financial counseling as a free public service. Let me say that again, as a free public service. The city of Roanoke has 22% poverty rate, and the Roanoke region as a whole, a median household income of $51,029. Through the Roanoke Financial Empowerment Center, professionally trained counselors help individuals and families with low and moderate income manage their finances, pay down debt, increase savings, establish and build credit, and access safe and affordable mainstream banking products. Across the existing FECs that have already launched, councils have worked with over 108,000 clients, helping them reduce individual debt by over $150 million and increasing their family saving by more than $23 million. Free financial counseling is even more critical now as everyone deals with the financial impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Roanoke FEC services will be offered remotely, so residents can receive one-on-one financial help from home. Residents can access this service by scheduling an appointment online, and that's awesome in this day and time. Roanoke is supported in this effort by the national nonprofit organization, the Cities for Financial Empowerment Fund, which is working to help as many as 50 local governments replicate this model and open their own FECs. At the core of the FEC model is the integration of counseling into other social services and support programs, including housing and foreclosure prevention, workforce development, prisoner reentry, business or benefit access, domestic violence services, and more. Our community partners have been an integral part of the successful launch of the Roanoke Financial Empowerment Center. And I'd like to take this time and thank the following organizations for their support of us. This is tremendous. The Blue Ridge Literacy Program, Carillion Clinic, Commonwealth Catholic Charities, Council of Community Services, Delta Dental, Virginia Department for Aging and Rehabilitative Services, Family Promise of Greater Roanoke, Family Service of the Roanoke Valley, Farm Burgers, Feeding America, Southwest Virginia, Freedom First Credit Union, Goodwill Industries of the Valley, Habitat for Humanity, the Local Office on Aging, the Hill Church, New Horizons Healthcare, Rescue Mission Ministries, Roanoke Spanish, Roanoke Women's Foundation, CERCAP Incorporated, Total Action for Progress, United Way of Roanoke Valley, Virginia Career Works, Blue Ridge, Virginia Tech, Virginia Cooperative Extension in Roanoke, Virginia Western Community College, Wells Fargo, and the City of Roanoke's Department of Human Services, Roanoke Public Libraries, and the Roanoke Redevelopment and Housing Authority. These organizations will play a vital role in the continued success of the FEC. Currently, there are over 24 cities and counties across the country who have either launched or are working to launch local FECs. And I'm very excited to count Roanoke City among them. With that, I'd like to introduce the next speaker on today's agenda, Jonathan Menes, President and CEO of the Cities for Financial Empowerment Fund. Jonathan.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much, Mayor Lee. Your leadership and vision for the city of Roanoke has made sure that this Financial Empowerment Center, or FEC, is now a critical part of city services, especially during this challenging time. So I also want to thank you. I want to thank the Roanoke City Manager, Bob Cowell, whose leadership has also been really critical in planning to make this incredible day happen. I'm Jonathan Mintz. As the mayor said, I'm president and CEO of the Cities for Financial Empowerment Fund. We work with and provide funding and technical assistance to about 100 cities and counties around the country, launching a range of financial empowerment programs. The flagship program being the one that Roanoke is launching today, the Financial Empowerment Center, or FEC. As the mayor said, and forgive me for ever repeating what a mayor said, I worked for a mayor and it's never a good idea because the mayor says it best. But this is a really big moment for the city, and it's a big moment coming at the right time. For the first time now and forevermore, Roanoke residents can access professional, high quality, one-on-one financial counseling as a free city service. And of course, that'll be remotely until that's back to normal. But this new commitment, this new high quality program is a really big deal. To set the national context here, I'd like to share a short CFE Fund video that demonstrates why the Financial Empowerment Center movement is so effective and growing across the country. Can we start that video?
First pioneered in New York City in 2008 under the administration of Mayor Michael Bloomberg, the Cities for Financial Empowerment Fund is now working in dozens of cities across the country to launch financial empowerment centers, which offer free one-on-one professional financial counseling as a public service.
Clients, they benefit from one-on-one counseling because the session is tailored to their needs. For example, we have clients that come in with budgeting problems. Others might have credit problems, or maybe both. One-on-one financial counseling gives the client that opportunity to address only their issues.
What's been helpful for me is pretty much all of the resources that have been offered, the trainings that we get, just being able to talk to other counselors in other states and sharing that information, the experiences that they have.
For the city of Lansing to support the FEC program, it's huge because a lot of clients in our area look to the mayor and they look for information. And when the mayor is supporting us and backing us, they don't feel that they're going to another program or agency that is going to be fraud or trying to scam them.
Financial counseling can fit into social services. Well, first of all, because we're actually located in a social services building. One of our counselors goes to our social services building once a week, and so they do a lot of referring back and forth to her from caseworkers, so it fits in smoothly.
Tracking data is incredibly important for this whole program. The quality of financial counseling prior to this moment in time has been incredibly varied, incredibly suspect. The fact that the individual counselor and organization is being held accountable is huge in terms of where dollars should be appropriately be invested.
The Financial Empowerment Center collects a lot of data to track client financial success, which is important on a couple of levels. Of course, it's really important for the clients to be able to see ongoing how much progress they're making. Then on the other hand, it's a great opportunity to prove to the rest of the community the value of the services.
The one-on-one counseling allows me to be very, very specific to say, this is the type of debt we're addressing, this is the savings goal we're trying to address, this is the credit report we're looking at and trying to improve your score so that you can be in a better situation.
FEC Public's Financial Empowerment Center model really hinges on the premise that when people are in trouble with their finances, they don't need a website, they need to be able to sit down one-on-one with a professional financial counselor. If cities and counties are going to invest in services that local leaders can step in front of the public and advertise, then they need to be high quality. The financial counseling field is really professionalizing, and we've seen over the last years people's expectations rise accordingly.
When we first started the program back in 2013, I had a gentleman come in and he just wanted to repair his credit. So we started working on the credit. He was impressed with that. He brought his wife in. We started working on her credit. And then one of their goals was not just want to repair my credit, I want to become a homeowner. So put that into plan, and just last year we closed on a home. And through the sake of this program, we were able to help them achieve their dreams. We're not sitting across a desk dictating what our clients need to do, but we're teaching them. So it's a change of life, it's a change of a mindset.
Because we can measure that success, this work is increasingly being funded not just by the philanthropic and nonprofit communities, but increasingly by city, state, and federal public dollars. That is a measure of the professionalism and the growth of this exciting field.
Roanoke is now the 20th city in the country to launch its Financial Empowerment Center. As you can see, it's joining a national movement of local governments across the country who understand how important.
Well, thanks again for joining us this afternoon or this morning, depending on your time zone. This is Amelia Irwit with the CFE Fund.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry about that. As I say, Roanoke is the 20th city to launch. It's very exciting. You know, across the country, mayors are finding that these financial empowerment center services are really part of the frontline response to this terrible COVID moment. FEC cities that were already up and running have seen as much as a 40% increase in demand. So I know that Roanoke residents are ready. These counselors are professionally trained and certified. They are using national best practices, adhering to rigorous expectations in the CFE Fund client database. And as you heard, collecting meaningful data about real outcomes for clients. I'm so thrilled to welcome the City of Roanoke. I want to congratulate you all. And I want to join, I know, Mayor Lee, in thanking the team at the City of Roanoke who've led this work. Freedom First Enterprises, Roanoke's counseling provider, Cereby Clinic, who's supporting the work with the community health grant. And I'm going to turn it over now to Shirley Holland, Vice President of Planning and Community Development at Cereby Clinic.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mintz, and good afternoon, Mayor Lee and Mr. Cow, and all of you who are joining us on this call. Congratulations to the City of Roanoke for this honorable accomplishment of developing a financial empowerment center for our community. And you may wonder why Cereby, as a healthcare organization, has chosen to partner on this endeavor. Our mission is to improve the health of the communities that we serve. And we are coming to realize that health is so much more than your genetics. It's more than the clinical care you receive in hospitals or doctor's offices. That true health status is more closely tied to social and economic factors, like whether one graduated from high school or has a job or safe housing or reliable transportation. These other determinants of health greatly define the overall health of a community. And the relationship between one's financial health, mental health, and physical health is really compelling. Financial pressures and insecurity lead to chronic stress, which often manifests itself in the form of all types of physical ailments, such as digestive issues or headaches or high blood pressure, insomnia, depression, anxiety. People with high financial stress are likely to report poor overall health. In fact, according to Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, one's financial welfare or income is strongly associated with morbidity and mortality. And why is that? Because in part, people delay or avoid getting necessary health screenings or medical treatment. Co-pays keep people from seeing their doctors. They put off treatment. More than half of Americans with common chronic conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes say they're not always taking their medications because of cost. So financial empowerment services, as described today, help individuals take steps to improve their financial behaviors by better controlling spending and increasing savings. A service like this provides hope for the future. And all of us together, government, healthcare providers, businesses, can make a difference by promoting and sponsoring financial wellness initiatives such as this one. And in so doing, we help improve not only financial health, but also mental and physical health of our community. So thank you to the partners and to the city and all who have been involved to make this possible. Next on our agenda, I'm going to turn it over to Bob Cow, City Manager. Thank you.
Thanks, Shirley. Thank you, Mary Lee, as well. And of course, Jonathan, thank you. And thank you for all the help that the CFE has provided as we've gone through this, I guess Tim and I were talking this now, I guess, 18-month journey that we have been on, which started, it feels like a whole, a long time ago, longer than 18 months, but greatly appreciated. CFE funds goals in establishing these financial empowerment centers across the nation align well with our city's vision for a safe, caring, and economically vibrant community in which to live, learn, work, and prosper. I am eager to continue to implement and build upon financial empowerment strategies that, as you've heard, encourage asset building, credit improvement, debt reduction, and banking access through financial education, and again, through that one-on-one financial counseling in our community. Just a little bit of background. This actually, though I talked about 18 months, this actually goes all the way back to at least 2014, when the United Way of Roanoke Valley, in conjunction with multiple partners, including our local banks and credit unions, as well as the City of Roanoke, launched the Bank on Roanoke Valley program. And that program is designed to help citizens gain access to safe, affordable mainstream checking and savings accounts, and has been very successful in raising the financial literacy of our area residents and helping more than 1,000 individuals and families establish accounts But through that process, citizens kept asking for more information, more help, and really focused on individual financial counseling. As a result, the city applied for and obtained from CFE a grant in 2019 to begin the process to open up what we're celebrating here today. The FEC services align with our 2019 strategic plan, specifically within the areas of human services and economy, and each of those will also, the FEC will also help prepare our workforce to productively continue to contribute to the local economy. Will help alleviate poverty and, as Shirley just mentioned, promote healthy living as well as safer neighborhoods through financial stability strategies and the provision of financial coaching to those that have been impacted by poverty. The FEC counselors will foster positive relationships and empower residents to succeed financially to the best of their abilities and circumstances. The FEC will help to ensure those who live in our community are aware of the resources available to them, and the services will be delivered in an efficient and effective manner. As the mayor mentioned, right now that efficiency goes all the way to your home, where you're able to access these services as conveniently as you can possibly do. The mayor mentioned earlier that COVID-19 has really highlighted this economic downturn that all of us are dealing with and struggling with, and probably even more than we had anticipated 18 months ago when we started on this journey, really highlighted the need for these services in our community and how our residents will benefit from that. We know that Roanoke area residents are struggling with the financial impacts of COVID-19. Nationally, 73% of Americans have said that the pandemic has reduced their family income, and nearly 50% of them say that without any income, they were unable to work because of illnesses. While the Roanoke Financial Empowerment Center does not provide cash assistance, the FEC will help residents manage their financial situation during these times through identifying ways to deal with debt, creating budgets, using public income support such as unemployment insurance, opening a bank or credit union account to receive government benefits faster, and more. We all heard stories about businesses and individuals struggling with getting the assistance that the federal government had provided, the state government had provided, if for no other reason because of the lack of any kind of relationship with a banking institution and or the knowledge that they needed. This center will help everyone with those challenges. And even if your finances have not been impacted, even if you feel like you're doing actually quite well, the Roanoke FEC can help you get ahead on future financial challenges. We heard in the video folks saving to actually purchase a home or a car. This isn't always about solving problems. It's also about advancing on your own personal goals and again, empowering you to achieve your financial success as you move forward. It's now more important than ever that residents have access to high quality help in managing their finances. And again, this professional one-on-one remote financial counseling is available for all residents, regardless of their income, in our Roanoke Financial Empowerment Center. Roanoke is home to a comprehensive network of community partners that the mayor alluded to, and a wide range of community reinvestment initiatives throughout the city. I see that the Roanoke Financial Empowerment Center will be a catalyst for improved collaboration and streamlined service delivery to all our citizens who need it and will benefit from it the most. I again want to thank the CFE Fund. Thank you, Jonathan. I was there 18 months ago when we went through the training, and from that moment on, you all have been supporting us all the way through this effort, and that's greatly appreciated. I also want to thank Shirley and Carillion Clinic for the support that they've offered. Not only financial support, but Shirley has been there as well at each of the meetings as we established the group, and she firmly commits, as I know that Nancy and Carillion do as well, firmly are committed to this objective and what we're trying to accomplish in this area. And certainly our counseling provider partner, Freedom First Enterprises, for the work that they have done so closely with us all along the way from the very beginning of the process. So very thankful and grateful for that. And with that, I actually would like to welcome Tim Cereby, the Vice President of Community Development Program with Freedom First Credit Union, to share a little bit more about this effort.
Great, thank you so much. It's a really exciting day today. It really is, and I'm excited to be here with you all today. Freedom First Enterprises is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization that complements Freedom First Credit Union to further its mission of helping people prosper and helping communities thrive in expanded ways. Freedom First has really become known locally and nationally as an organization that provides a wide array of financial services for individuals, regardless of where they are on their own financial journey. We're known as the place where people bank for good. We work diligently to give back to our community throughout our different programs, such as our grant programs, scholarship programs, sponsorship donations, and our impact banking programs. And in particular, we specialize in supporting community development efforts by providing safe alternative financial services when individuals lack the means to access traditional services due to poor credit, job instability, or other life factors, and there are many. One of the ways in which we have delivered on our commitment to the community is through our financial education and counseling programs. As a local provider of financial education and counseling services in our region for more than a decade, Freedom First Enterprises is proud to partner with City of Roanoke to bring quality, again, no cost financial counseling to all of Roanoke residents through the Financial Empowerment Center. As our earlier speakers already mentioned, the FEC model first launched in 2008, has been expanding across the country since then. Here at Freedom First, our journey with counseling had, unbeknownst to us, been happening in parallel with the FEC movement. The outcomes that were mentioned by Mayor Lee, City Manager Bob Cowell, and Jonathan Mintz have already been replicated here locally. For example, looking at data for the past 2 years, Freedom First financial counseling clients reduced debt by an average of $7,598. I'm going to repeat that again, $7,598. In addition, 58% of clients improved their credit with about a third of those increasing their credit score by 40 points or more. And that's a big difference. These outcomes are extremely difficult without the right guidance. The hard work of our clients, along with the guidance provided by Freedom First, have made those tremendous accomplishments a reality for so many. But there's a couple other data points I really wanted to mention here. So we regularly send out surveys to our financial counseling participants and get this. So this is probably to be expected. 93% of survey respondents strongly agree with the statement, I would recommend financial coaching to my friends and family. But now listen to this and think about the comments that Shirley Holland had earlier about the links between health and finance. Over 81% of respondents report a reduction in stress due to participation in financial counseling, and that those reductions are reported even up to a year after the last session that an individual had. We also find that 63% of respondents report that financial counseling helped them to concentrate more on their job. So that's pretty impressive to me. And we've been able to deliver outcomes like this because our counselors take a look at the whole picture for each individual client, no matter the socioeconomic status. So they're set up for success as they work towards achieving whatever goal they set out, whether it be debt reduction or wealth building or any number of other financial aspirations. We also heard earlier that some of the statistics that highlight the number of Americans facing financial insecurity. And that's certainly true here locally as well. We know that many in our community face those same high levels of financial insecurity. The truth is, financial insecurity affects a large majority of us directly, but it absolutely affects all of us in some form or fashion indirectly. Personally, I've been a part of this, this financial education and counseling movement and an advocate for as long as I can remember. And there have been tremendous amounts of efforts that have gone towards, those beliefs by many. And because of what I've experienced with my own 2 eyes, and because of all the lives that I've seen touched and impacted by professional financial counseling, I am just beyond excited to be here today speaking with you. And because of the collaborative efforts of the City of Roanoke, the CFE Fund, and Freedom First, and with funding support from organizations like Carillion, and with support of all the local partners that Mayor Lee mentioned earlier, the impact that financial counseling has already delivered, both nationally and here locally, is now going to be brought to scale. It's going to be amplified and will impact many, many more individuals throughout this wonderful community because of this new endeavor. So again, happy to be here with you today. And now I wanted to share a couple things with you. Wanted to share, if I can get this screen sharing thing to work the right way. Want to share first our website. So there is a Roanoke FEC website. Here we go. All right, thanks for bearing with me. All right, so here is the brand new Roanoke FEC website. And you can see here, this is, has some information about the services. We do offer services in Spanish and other languages as well. So a little brief description. Got some pictures of our wonderful counselors right there for you. This is something I'm really excited about. Is many of you may have had an experience with an online scheduling tool at a doctor's office or at other services. So we actually have this built into our website as well. So folks can visit this website and they can directly schedule an appointment with one of our counselors just by using the website. And you have here a list of available times. And when these times are filled up, they'll disappear. So you wouldn't see them anymore. I wanted to scroll down a little bit farther. So once folks go here and access and schedule their appointment, they'll get a confirmation. They also have the ability to indicate their preferred language. So we have, not only do we have a Spanish speaking counselor, we also have partnered with Aurora Language Solutions to provide interpretation services, so that if we have those members of our community that have a preferred language outside of English and Spanish, we are able to help them in a very meaningful way as well. And they can indicate that right on their scheduled appointment. Wanted to officially welcome you guys and introduce you to the wonderful staff that we have that will be conducting the financial counseling. So we have their pictures right there on the website. Carrie Garnett is our Financial Empowerment Center manager. And then we have Catherine Knotts, Arceli Ariano, and Darian Baseu that are our counselors and are just doing a wonderful, wonderful job. You heard earlier about just the amount of training that goes in to be able to provide these services. And this is definitely a very high quality, professionally trained service. Folks can also contact us if they have any questions. And then we have our service providers down here at the bottom. So with that being said, I also wanted to share a quick video with you guys, a quick welcome to the Financial Empowerment Center from Arceli, one of our counselors.
Mi nombre es Araceli Arellano y quiero darle la bienvenida al Financial Empowerment Center de Roanoke. Ofrecemos asesoría financiera individual y gratuita para cualquier persona o familia que viva o trabaje en el área de Roanoke. No importa si sus ingresos son $5,000 o $100,000, todos se pueden beneficiar aprendiendo más sobre cómo funciona su dinero. Nuestros asesores financieros están enfocados en establecer o mejorar su puntaje de crédito, elaborar presupuestos de gastos, reducir su nivel de endeudamiento y mucho más. Ofrecemos sesiones en español y en horarios flexibles. Por favor, visite nuestra página web roanokefec.org para programar una cita.
All right, so thank you. So with that, I want to kick it over to Dave Prosser, Executive Director of Freedom First Enterprises, for our actual ribbon cutting. We do get to cut a ribbon today. So Dave, over to you.
Thanks, Tim. On behalf of Freedom First Enterprises, Cities for Financial Empowerment, and Roanoke City, I officially want to declare the Roanoke Financial Empowerment Center open to those who work and live in the Roanoke area.
Woohoo! All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Once again, I know I've said this a million times, but just so excited for today. And so now I want to send it back over to Mayor Lee for our closing comments. Mayor?
Thank you so much, Tim. Can everybody hear me okay?
Good.
All right, thank you so much. And let me again thank Jonathan and Shirley and Bob and Tim and Dave for all that you do to make this moment special. And it is a special day and an exciting time in our city. And so in conclusion, I'd like to reiterate how much the city of Roanoke looks forward to helping our residents achieve these kinds of results, to reduce their debt, build savings, establish and improve credit, connect to safe and affordable bank accounts, and work towards a stronger financial future. That's so important. And I'm hoping the media grabs this because we want this information to get out full speed. I believe that local government is a natural place to lead this work. And given where we are across the country with COVID-19, I think this is a good time. City leaders really know that individual and family financial stability is linked to neighborhood and city financial stability. And so good neighborhoods create a good community, and a good community creates a great city. And so I want to thank you all again very much for attending today's event. It's very special in our city. And at this point, I will like to hand it back over to our city manager, Bob Cowell, who's done a tremendous job in keeping this moving. I appreciate that, Bob. I don't think sometimes you get enough credit for the effort that you put in to make things happen in our community. So we're very much pleased to recognize you for that. And so Bob can address any questions that we may have from the media right now. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you all again for for all of the great work and all the great words about what is now available in our community. And the first question we got actually speaks directly to that, which the question is, how soon are services available, and can someone sign up for a session as soon as tomorrow? They said hypothetically, and the answer to that is yes. It is open. Someone can go online right now and actually go ahead and schedule those first sessions. The counselors have actually been sort of softly doing this for a couple of weeks to kind of make sure all the kinks are worked out and stuff, but absolutely we would encourage residents to begin actually scheduling those. There's no better time really, because there is so much change going on right now within the economy and within, I know, individuals' personal financial situations. So this is a great time to be able to do that. They can do that either by calling, emailing, or going onto the website that Tim showed and actually making those appointments. Are there any other questions? And of course, this is also being recorded and will be available up on our Facebook page. We will also push the recording out to all the other media outlets that were unable to join us as well, so that they'll have the information that you all shared with them as well. So looks like that was Leanna's question. So doesn't appear to be any other questions. So
no,
I think we're good. Again, Jonathan, thank you for joining us from afar, and Shirley from down the road, Tim from down the road. So greatly appreciate it. Exciting day. I'm glad to see this come to fruition, and looking forward to all the great things that are going to follow with it as well. So thank you all very much, and thank you for media folks for joining us, and looking forward, as the mayor said, to getting the word out so that the center can welcome folks in and they can start availing themselves of these services. So thank you all.
Great, thanks. And we'll be we'll be posting this, of course, on our Facebook page and also to our YouTube page to be able to share out with the community. So thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you.